Do you have a dream? Children of the world, taking no notice on the color of skin, religion, standard of living, have the dream. What do you dream about? How will you start to fly in space? How will you create your own business? How will you help people contest with poverty? Or will you become a great artist? Or how will you invent a new type of transport? We know the way to your dream. For all of this, knowledge, skills, and international cooperation are needed, and all of it became possible by the International Educational Program, SAGE. International Educational Program, SAGE, Students for the Advancement of Global Entrepreneurship, provides for all teenagers opportunities for a better life. SAGE is a global community of teenage entrepreneurs sharing a common purpose: to make the world a better place together. SAGE was founded in summer 2002 by Dr. Curtis L. DeBerg and a team from California State University, Chico State. Dr. DeBerg explained why he created SAGE in an interview that asked him, "Why did I decide to start SAGE?" Based on International Labor Organization statistics, 66 million young people today are unemployed, and an even higher number are underemployed. A generation without the hope of a stable job is a burden for the whole society. By exploring ways to increase youth employment, SAGE can help end the vicious cycle of poverty and social exclusion. SAGE Vision: a global community of teenagers creating better futures through social enterprise, socially responsible businesses, and community service. 4 principal things that distinguish SAGE from other educational programs. 1. SAGE targets primarily high school students. The SAGE idea is modeled after interscholastic sports. It works like this. A team of at least 3 teenagers is formed, either by the teens themselves or in conjunction with an entrepreneurial adult ally, like a teacher, business leader, or sponsoring organization. 2. SAGE is an economical education which helps to create the new generation of entrepreneurial leaders whose innovations and social enterprises address the major unmet needs of our global community. 3. SAGE has established one of the most impactful linkages among teenagers, higher education, and the business community. Unity and collaboration of these 3 sectors allows to provide theoretical and practical teaching to students about basics of the real life in the real economy. How does SAGE work? First, identify social needs and create a business. The business must be either a socially responsible business, SRB, or a social enterprise business, SEB. Second, operate the business during the year. Focus on marketplace viability and social impact. Third, travel to a SAGE competition to present your business to a panel of leaders. At the national tournament, the best team in each category wins the right to represent their country at the SAGE World Cup. SAGE is an international educational organization. By now, SAGE is established in 22 countries and supports the work of over 250 SAGE high schools. Such SAGE cooperation gives the possibility to the new generation to rationally use the resources of the planet, produce necessary society goods and services, to work out the problems of society, and to make the world safe. Sage mission: to help create the next generation of entrepreneurial leaders whose innovations and social enterprises address the major unmet needs of our global community. International development and collaboration is demonstrated on the Sage World Cups. For 10 years, Sage was hosted by different countries and conducted final championships. San Francisco, California, Buffalo, New York, Cape Town, South Africa, Brasilia, Brazil, Abuja, Nigeria, Odessa, Ukraine, Shanghai, China, San Francisco, California, Kansas, Missouri. The world's premier youth entrepreneurship network. Today, after 10 years, Sage is one of the most impactful international linkages among teenagers, higher education, and the business community. Sage's global logo is green and is represented by two hands interlocked in a handshake, superimposed across the globe. The logo is green to represent Mother Earth, which provides the scarce natural resources that all human beings must use wisely. The shaking hands represent friendship, peace, and goodwill to all people, and is meant to show how socially responsible businesses and social entrepreneurs can work together to build global networks to improve the financial, human, and social conditions in their own communities. And not by chance, SAGE means, as an acronym, WISE. Be wise using the resources of our planet. Be wise using knowledge in creation of the profitable businesses. Be wise in relations between the people of different races and nationalities. Be wise keeping the peace on Earth. From 2002, we opened a period representative offices in 22 countries, brought over schoolboys from over 250 high schools. A merit in development of SAGE belongs to our team. SAGE Home Office consists of 3 staff members: Dr. Curtis DeBerg, founder and CEO, Mr. Rob Bess, COO, and Dr. Richard N. Davis, CFO. SAGE Global Board of Directors forms the general policy of the program, advises the Executive Board of Directors, and helps to finance SAGE Global. Continental Coordinating Executives do large and important work for the development of Sage in different countries of the world. Sage North America, Peter Eimer. Sage Africa, Agwu Amogu. Eastern Europe, Olga Azarova. Russia and newly independent states, Irina Danikova. Sage Southeast Asia, Maria Teresa Garcia. And Sage South Korea, Gina Chung. Business Advisory Board. All Sage programs are financed by individuals, foundations, and business entrepreneurs from around the world. To date, Sage has not accepted funding from government entities. We are proud and beholden for that we were helped by the best representatives of the business sphere and sphere of education. Sage sponsor a business advisory board, faculty advisor, friends, parents, and community leaders are all good resources to change the world to better. Sage Statistics. Founded in the summer of 2002, Sage has a presence in 22 countries, has about 600 active teams. Sage has about 6,000 active students. The gross impression of Sage, millions of happy people. Happy birthday to Sage. The world loves Sage.